Hi, Dave Jeffers here, founder and president of Aletheia Group, L.L.C, and author of Understanding Evangelicals, A Guide to Jesusland. Well, on the heels of the tragic shootings in Newtown, Connecticut, it didn't take Democrats long to introduce anti-gun owner legislation. Dianne Feinstein, from the senior senator from California, known as DiFi to those in California, I'm an expatriate of that state, has introduced legislation, or actually she has not introduced legislation, but she has legislation planned on her website. And the summary of the legislation is that they're going to ban sales and transfer and importation of manufacturing of 120 different firearms, certain semi-automatic rifles, handguns, shotguns that can accept detachable magazines. The list is long and just about goes after everything. And you can find it on her website, feinstein.senate.gov. She's very proud of it. And I've been watching on all the social media sites, and a lot of people are getting pretty worked up from it. But I think the libs have two goals in mind here. They're testing the reaction, first of all, and some of it's been pretty there's some hyperventilation going on out there. And I think they're trying to bait the National Rifle Association and the Gun Owners Association and all the other Second Amendment organizations to try to marginalize them, to try to take advantage of the quote-unquote social sensitivity to guns. They're trying to capitalize on this because they're actually losing the argument, and it's just not taking it's not getting any traction of what they thought. But understand this. This is a typical L.L.C tactic. If you do not have a copy of this book, Rules for Radicals, a pragmatic primer for realistic radicals, there's a chapter called Tactics. And in it, the ninth rule says the threat is usually more terrifying than the thing itself. This is the case here, folks. Look, there's no law, there's no legislation right now that's going to ban our guns. It's a threat, and it's terrifying to us. Oh my gosh, they're going to get our guns. Now look, I own a gun. I have a concealed carry license. I'm not giving up my gun. I'm not giving up my right to concealed carry. In fact, concealed carry licenses are a violation of my Second Amendment rights. Here's what I think we need to do. Let's keep our powder dry. Let her introduce the legislation. Let's not overreact to this. She's going to do it in the next Congress. So when they come back in January, let her introduce the legislation. Let's see how many co-sponsors she gets to that legislation that will sign on as co-sponsors to it. Those people will become, figuratively speaking, targets. We'll target them as anti-guns. And anybody else who tries to support this tyranny, we'll stomp it down. Look, folks, simple fact is it's not going to pass the Senate. It would never pass the House. Not only that, there are Democrats who will not vote for this. Can you imagine Democrats in blue dog states and the southern states having the anti-gun, the Dianne Feinstein anti-gun legislation stuck on them? Who wants that stink? So let's not worry. Let's let them do it. Bring it on. We're ready for that fight. Okay? Let's call their bluff on this. No need to worry. I'm going to talk more about this in this week's newsletter, the Truth Newsletter. If you don't have a copy of it yet, you can go to the www.thetruthwatch.org and sign up for it. We have a lot of neat free items there. But, the newsletter is a subscription. It's only $10 a year, but I'm be writing a little more about that and some of the actions we can take. You can follow us on Twitter at Aletheia Truth. You can also find us on Facebook. You can follow me, David Jeffers, at Facebook, or my Aletheia Group page there on Facebook. I'm also on Pinterest now too, so you can go to Pinterest and find me there. Let's not worry about this, folks. They're not gonna do this, and if they try, we'll defeat it. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. That's the Aletheia truth. Take care in America. Bless God.